Welcome everyone to the Taylor School District regularly scheduled board meeting of December 6th, 2023, where our mission statement is to educate and engage and empower those we serve. And our vision statement is that we will be the innovative destination district where all succeed. And welcome to our new space. It's a little different from our old one, but this is going to be the new place for the Board of Education. So we're excited to be here. So welcome to our first meeting here. So this meeting is called to order at 6:04. Ms. Sheepa.
Here.
Mr. Rice is here. Ms. Block. Mr. Heath.
Here.
Mr. Myers.
Here.
Mr. Thomas.
Here.
Mrs. Thomas.
Here.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First on our agenda, we have student representatives. We have the amazing West Middle School here with us tonight. Woo-hoo. So we can hand it off to Corey. Oh, and Michelle.
All right, so we have representatives of student education.
Just go right to that mic if you're going to speak, all right?
Okay. Hi, my name is Lexi Hobbs.
Hi, my name is Aiden Huzar.
I'm Joy Grace Katamase.
Hi, my name is Ryan Williams.
Hi, my name is Kate Small.
Hi, my name is Joseph Casablasi.
And tonight, we're here to share our culinary pride. We're 8th grade students at West Middle School. We represent Student Council, NJHS, band, chorus, Cardinal Connectors, sports, and the student body as a whole.
As Cardinal Connectors, 8th grade students mentoring 6th grade students throughout the year. Fall orientation Cardinal Connectors helping new students with lockers, showing students around the building, and explain studying for exams.
The band and choir is always making many tunes and sounds with Miss Farmer and Miss Ranchidakis. West's music department was a part of Taylor High School's homecoming parade, Allen Park's holiday parade, then the Whiteout Christmas parade.
Always working towards positive celebrations, dances, and bowling were our first 2 celebrations so far, with any more celebrations to come.
West Middle School sports include football, volleyball, cross country, and soccer in the fall. Winter sports are wrestling, swim, and basketball. Spring sports are baseball, softball, track, and field.
Field trips this year include the Washington, D.C. field trip for 8th graders, a trip to Wayne State University Planetarium and a physics lab, Detroit Institution of Art, a Wayne game, and many more to come.
Copying Good Fridays is a great way to promote kindness and independence in our school. Staff members recognize behavior and helpfulness among students and then submit their names for a raffle on Friday. 4 students are chosen every Friday and get to choose a gift card.
I'll just sit down, but I'm gonna ask you to stand real quick. Ms. Thomas has a card, it's a card from the whole board. So thank you all for being here, honestly.
Thank you.
And thank you all for being here. I know it takes a lot to get up here and speak in front of the whole audience, but you all did absolutely wonderful. And thank you for sharing with us all the amazing things happening at West Beach. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Moving on to our good news. First up, we have so first up, we have our TVLA furniture. So recently with the districts, our TVLA was able to purchase all new furniture for their facility. And so we had that delivered and they've already been using it. And our teams have worked really hard to install that furniture into that facility. And it's just a snippet at what's to come for the district. We're really excited about this additional furniture and that new environment. It really has transformed the TVLA environment. I know Ms. Scott, the principal there, she's already been so excited and told us all about how the students have loved it as they come in. It really has made an impact, not only on the students, but with the staff as well. So we just wanted to highlight the awesome addition to the Taylor School District that just got delivered. So, and then next we have the thank you to Myers Maintenance.
Yeah, so recently, we had several staff members at Myers Elementary reach out, send emails in, and they really wanted to recognize the maintenance staff at Myers for the work that they have really put in recently into making sure that Myers is a welcoming environment, a place where kids feel comfortable and safe to learn. They particularly wanted to say thanks to Pam Gerard because of the leadership she showed in making sure that that was a project that was getting addressed and taken care of. But on a whole, they were just wanted that to be out there. They wanted that in the community that of the great work that is taking place in Myers.
All right, moving on. So after that, we know it's a school night. We know that you all probably want to get home. You don't want to chill at the board meeting. So at this point, we can open it up. If you all would like to leave, you're more than welcome. If you'd like to stay, you're more than welcome as well. So thank you all for being here.
Thanks again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 5, Ms. Block.
Are there any revisions to the agenda? Hearing none. We need a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Booth. Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Watkins, yes. Mr. Booth?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas? Yes. Mrs. Shuba?
Yes.
Moving on to item number 6 on our agenda, discussion items. First up, we have our out-of-state field trip request, Imagination Station. And we have, I believe, Miss, I'm gonna find this, pronounce it, Misko.
Misco.
And she's joining us by Zoom.
Yes, hi. I'm Miss Misko. I teach kindergarten at Eureka Heights. And we go every year to Imagination Station down in Toledo. They offer lots of hands-on activities for all the children, especially for the younger ones. In particular, they have a space called Kid Space that's reserved just for 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. So it gives us an opportunity to do imaginary play, some constructiveness, working with water, playing with tornadoes and hurricanes, and they go in the tunnels. It's just a great place. I've been going every year for over years.
All right, thank you. Second, we have our overnight field trip request, Howell Nature Center. Mr. Young. Is he on Zoom? Mr. Young, if you're on Zoom, go ahead and raise your hand. So our moderator can- All right, so I can kind of give an overview of this field trip. This is the standard field trip that they go on each year. The Howell Nature Center, they've come to the fort previously. It's overnight. They get to go to the Howell Nature Center. They're immersed into kind of more of the environment. They'll go through many lessons with the Nature Center staff. They'll have chaperones on board. It is student funded. And they'll be going from May 13th through May 15th. Moving on to item number 3, overnight field trip request, Camp Mission.
Hi, sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was having volume problems. I'm getting my dog. It's Lori Bell. I'm from Eureka Heights. And I am requesting permission to attend Camp Mashendo in Hillsdale. We've changed our dates to May 8th through the 10th this year so that we can join Moody for half of the week. So we're super excited about that.
Other than, I think Camp Mashendo is awesome. I went there as a 5th grade student myself, and I know I say it every year, but if there's ever anything that student needs to help go, just let me know. It's valid.
I will, Kyle. Thank you.
Moving on to item number 4, we have the Taylor Federation of Teachers, MOU. Ms. Graham.
Yes. Jay Josephowski was an EL teacher in the district last year. He has been filling in the vacancy for the EL director position. He's still been completing part of his duties in the classroom and then also doing the EL director duties outside of the classroom. So we have reached an agreement with TFT to pay him $50 per half-day work per TFT contract for the days worked between September 18th and current. And then he would be paid that additional stipend of $50 a day going forward from now until that position is filled, which will be next on the agenda.
Is there any discussion? Moving on to item number 5, new hire, Director of English Learners and MTSS.
So Mr. Josephowski has been doing a really good job filling in for that director position, so much so that we would like to extend a full contract for him to become our permanent director of EL and MTSS.
Quick question, this position is for our EL students,
Correct, it is.
and we are required to provide EL services for this.
We are.
Any other discussion? Thank you. Moving on to item number 6, I'll just say item number 7. Eureka Dale Elementary abatement bid and Eureka Dale Elementary demolition bid. Mr. Schwartz.
How y'all doing? So on November 8th, we put out RFP for abatement and demo for Eureka Dale. On November 16th, we did a walkthrough, a pre-bid walkthrough. We had 10 abatement contractors show up and 4 demo contractors show up. On the 29th of November at 1 o'clock, we had the bid opening for abatement. We received 4 bids. One bid was from MIS Corporation for $130,370. AAI for $283 and $283,640. Blue Star was $194,700 and ALAM was $158,450. After careful consideration, we met with EKS. They're the contractor we have that's going to do the air quality control. We've talked to them. They've worked with this company many times. We recommend MIS Corporation for abatement of Eureka Dale in the amount of $130,370. On the same day at 2 o'clock, we received 4 bids for the demo, and we had our bid opening. Thomas Trucking, their bid came in at $210,000. AAI was $367,458. with amendment with parking lot breakout. We have a part of the parking lot, we can't tear it all out because it butts right up to a couple neighbors' driveways. So they added a little extra in to cut the lot, and we're gonna break out half of it. So their bid was $367,458 with an additional $28,000 for the parking lot breakout. Blue Star, their quote was $334,300 with no amendment or alternate, I'm sorry. And the last one was Detroit dismantling, $292,511 with a parking lot breakout of $23,000. And after speaking with EKS, we recommend going with Thomas Trucking in the amount of $210,000. We did, when we met with the contractors for the walkthrough, we did tell them that this is kind of we're in a hurry to get this done. So the timelines, we're going to move quickly on them. Once they're approved tonight, hopefully, we're going to send the report to the state for the abatement. That takes 10 to 15 days to get that back. And then the abatement would start soon after. We're looking probably just in January, after we get back from January from the Christmas break, to start the abatement process. When we talk to the trucking or the demo company from Thomas Trucking, they're looking at probably March. I believe they said right around March we could start demo. There's some things that they can do while the abatement's happening towards the back with all the asphalt that's in the back. So there's some work we can do. And actually, they're over here demoing here, and they said, once this project's over, they could probably just move their machinery right over. I mean, it'll be a quick turnaround for them.
So by June.
Yeah, everything should be done. Yes. Yep. So they're hoping early March, mid-March to start demo. So it's a very small, quick project for them.
You said Thomas Trucking is the one that's current.
Correct.
And then, can you walk us through what you said about the parking lot?
Yeah, when you pull up to Eureka Dale, there's the parking lot up front. Half of it, we have some neighbors that the parking lot actually runs into their driveway. So if we tore that out, we would have to replace it with something. So we're going to meet with the state, or I'm sorry, with the city and architect, and just make sure that, that's something we can do. We have some drains there. That's another concern because we have some drains in that area. So we want to make sure that, we don't want to damage those. Yeah. So, but we are going to take out part of it, from the sidewalk back about 6 feet.
Is there any maintenance that would be associated with that?
That's why we're going to talk to the city, because that may be something that they would maintain, because there is parking in the neighborhood, the neighbors could be using that parking. So we will speak with the city about that.
Any other discussion?
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 8, special education ancillary staff agreements.
So in our efforts to try to meet the needs of all of our students, we do find the times when we cannot find people to fill our vacancies. We do have to sometimes contract with third-party vendors to fill those needs when appropriate. We do have several other companies that we contract with for special education services in particular. And even with the ones we're already contracting with, we're still struggling to fill certain vacancies that we currently have. So we do have 2 companies that these will be brand new contracts that we are putting forward and proposing to the board to have signed, just so that we have more of a pool to draw from for these vacancies that we know we need coverage for. Anthromed in particular, our attorney is looking over that contract currently, and there are some things that we still have to iron out with that company. But we are asking that pending what we iron out in that contract, that we do go ahead and approve them as a service. We also, for ProCare at one time, we did contract with ProCare. And so a lot of the language that our attorney would normally request was already in that contract, because it has one that we've done before. So that one looks good and ready to be approved as is today. I did personally reach out to our bargaining units that would be affected for these third-party vendors, and did get their approval that they were good knowing that it's the same thing. We will always try to fill these positions internally before going.
And once, so say we bring these parties on, and then we get applicants to fill those positions, when we fill the positions, we'll take the third party member out.
Correct.
And fill it with the district.
Correct. It's always where we want to be, is filling it with our own employees always first.
And contractually, we're not tied in with a certain amount of time if we use the third party.
No.
It's not like, oh, hey, it's one day into the month, we got to pay them for the month. It's a day by day basis.
Correct.
And if we were to hire someone and then we let go of that third party person, there's no fee.
So it's very much like what how we've been operating together.
Any other discussion? Moving on to item number 9, our athletic trainer agreement. Mr. Wade.
So we are bringing forward tonight, we need to get approved the agreement we have with Plymouth for providing us our athletic trainer that comes to our after-school sporting events. This is a need that we do have to fill. It is something that we need to have that support person for our athletic teams, for our coaches, for our athletes. And it just was approving the contract. This is something we've done on an annual basis. It took a little longer as we ironed out some of the changes in the contract, but we are ready to go forward.
And this, like, our trainers, this is like a service that we use and they accept, right? Have we considered just hiring like our own full-time trainer?
We have had those discussions. That does get into a cost matter. And it depends on what we would build into the athletic budget to cover that cost. Because when we do have this position covered by the school district, that does then take on the costs of retirement benefits, things that push it up. Beyond what it's,
And just to clarify, it's not Plymouth School.
Yeah.
It's Plymouth's physical therapy specialist. Plymouth.
Sorry, shorten it down.
People are like, wait.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Moving on to item number 7, action. No. You're A-okay. Go ahead and feel free to present.
I had to remember it was here and not somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
my God, I'm so sorry.
So we're going back to overnight field trip request, the Holland Nature Center.
That is correct, the second one. Thank you very much. All righty. We did this last year as well. And it was a really good time there. So we're going to the Howell Nature Center. It would be on this, the 5th, or the 13th? Yeah, 13th through the 15th, yeah. I didn't bring my glasses because I was in a hurry. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm late. I'm so sorry. So we're anticipating like 6 chaperones leading that because we need 1 for every 8 students. And they get in for half price. Any more than that, they would have to pay the full fee to go. When we go there, is there any particular thing you want to know? Because I can go through all the stuff they're gonna do.
Whatever you'd like to share. It's
Like I
up to
did
you,
last
sir.
time. It's a really cool place. You go there and it's like that, it basically they rehabilitate animals there. It's a rehabilitation station. So, and they have like cabins and things for the kids to come and they do nature and outdoor activities and they talk about Native American studies and things of that nature. And so when you go through it, they have like outdoor education and nature education, all different kinds of stuff. So we tried to get something from every little section for our kids to have a full experience there. So one of them, well, we got the camp store because everyone wants to shop there. There's never enough time. So that's like the last thing you do before you leave, go to the store. So we got that one. And then for the outdoor education, we got canoeing. And that's where so they'll go and they learn how to actually canoe on the lake and some fishing because a lot of our kids over at Taylor Parks have never had that experience whatsoever. So getting the idea to go out and fish. We got archery. They're going to learn some basics of archery.
And Survival One says they're gonna go outdoor using survival strategies. They will work in small groups to build a fire and a shelter. And they don't get anything except what's on the ground. So they literally have to figure out how to take the kindling and put it together, and they make the fire and they make a shelter out of like the surrounding logs and things of that nature. They try to do that. So they do a really good job on it. And then for the nature education, we're gonna do skins and skulls. So that's where you see animal skulls up close, and they learn the adaptations of herbivores, omnivores, and carnivores. And so then they have a challenge at the end to see if they can tell which one's which. They get to see all the different schools, and we're gonna do a food web activity. So they'll see the how they move through the ecosystem, how energy goes through, and the cause and effect of relationships of a food web. And they got a zoo there, because when they can't fully rehabilitate an animal if it's too damaged, because they take local animals that they found hit by cars or pets that people couldn't keep anymore, and they try to release them back into the wild. But if they can't, they put them in their zoo. So they got lots of bald eagles and a lot of the nature stuff from around here in Michigan that they get a chance to see. And so we're going to do a little zoo walk there to see a lot of the native animals here in Michigan that you kind of don't see because they hide really, really well. And you don't really see the owls and the hawks and all the minks and all the things because they're just hiding everywhere. They always like that. And then we got myth crackers. So this is the wildlife education. And that's where they're going to tell them about some common myths about animals in our area and talk about whether they're true or false and things of that nature. Like if you put a turtle on the ground, it always knows back where, it knows exactly what direction to go where it was born. It'll start walking right back there. It has its own like GPS kind of thing on it. Then we got wildlife in our own backyard. So it says they're gonna learn about wildlife found in our own homes, including their characteristics and behavior and how they benefit us. So like possums and things of that nature that live around here. So they're not necessarily freaked out by all these animals, that they respect them and understand why they're a good part of our ecosystem. We got wildlife detectives, where they say we're going to use the clue. Now this one's interesting. It's a scat one, basically. What you learn from what animals leave behind, and you go through it and see what they eat and all that kind of stuff, right? By seeing what kind of bones are inside and all that kind of stuff. And for the adventure one, we got the zip line. So that's challenging them to face their fears and go ahead and do stuff that they may not think they can normally do. We got like this big marsh area, and it's a hill, and they like zip line from one side to the other. They always have a good time on that one. Then they got the team building activity. We put the team challenge, and what they do there is they have to get across these little rocks and logs things to get to the other side, but you got to work as a team. You got to lay down this planks. You won't give them so many planks. They're going to get from one to the other and not fall off. You got to get the whole team across and back. Otherwise you fail it. So you got to work together as a team to get everyone across just using this one plank and these far apart little rock things. And that's always a challenge, and they do good on that. Then for cultural education, we're going to do the indigenous people and their natural resources. So they're going to learn about everyday life for Michigan indigenous people of the past through artifacts and demonstrations. They'll learn the role of plants and wildlife and indigenous people's cultures and games. And then do a hands-on addition to the Michigan history curriculum there. That's a good activity there. And since we're also there at night, because they gave us a second day, which was kind of cool after our first visit. So we're going to do campfires and s'mores. We gotta have some fun ones there for the kids to have. And then we got capture the flag, which that's a definite team building one. That's a really hard one to do. They made me do that one last year. So games galore is one of the ones we picked. So they learned teamwork again on playing all kinds of different games. And we're going to do a night hike where they go around and see some of the creatures and the little things they leave around at night and how they survive at night. And so those are some really fun ones there. And those are the main things we planned on doing there, are those activities. So we try to get a little bit of everything in there, the history and the team building and the wildlife and all that stuff mixed together, some science, some social studies, and And of course, some physical activities as well in there for the gym activities. So just to give them a good full rounded experience, because a lot of the kids over by Taylor Parks, they don't get out very much. So they have a good time with this.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. I'm sorry, I was late. I was like, I was so like where I said, never late. I hate being late. I'm always like a half hour early.
Is there any discussion?
This is like the fifth grade camp, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm not sure what the cost is for the kids, if there is a cost associated.
There
with
is a
it.
cost with it. It's 175.
There's ever any sponsors that you're looking for, sponsors?
Oh, thank you very much. I might have a few. There's usually a couple every year. It's nice of you to
Thank you.
offer that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 7, action items. Ms. Black.
Out of state field request to Toledo, Ohio, House 2240. Recommending Board of Education to the following out of state field request. Imagination Station, Toledo, Ohio, March 5th, 2024. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Lee. Ms. Black, yes. Mr.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Overnight field trip request, Powell, Michigan, altitude 40 to 640. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following overnight field trip request. Taylor Park Elementary, Powell Nature Center, Powell, Michigan, May 13th through 15th, 2024. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers.
Second.
That
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Black, yes. Motion is carried, 7-0. Number 3, overnight field trip request, Hillsdale, Michigan, California, 2040, 86. It is recommended Board of Education to the following overnight field trip request, Eureka Heights Elementary.
Shindo.
Michendo, Hillsdale, Michigan, May 8th to the 10th, 2024. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
Motion is carried, 7-0. Number 4, Taylor Federation of Teachers, memorandum of understanding. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the MOU between the school district and Taylor Federation of Teachers, TFT, regarding compensation for Joseph.
Josephowski.
The PL Director duties form. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Motion is carried, 7-0. Number 5, request the hire director of English letters and MTSS. Policy 3120. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the hire of J. Joseph for the position Director of English Learners and MTSS. Salary for the position will be $91,296 Mr. Joseph Austin. Start date will be as soon as correct. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second? Second. Second by Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
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 Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Carried 7-0. Number 6. Eureka Dale Elementary School, Eureka. It is recommended the Board of Education adopt a resolution authorizing the award contract for Dale Elementary abatement in the amount of $128,700. MI-S Corporation. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. King. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
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 Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Number 7, Eureka Dale Elementary demolition bid, policy 6320. It is recommended the Board of Education adopt a resolution accepting and authorizing the award contract for the Eureka Dale Elementary demolition in the amount of $210,000 to Thomas Trucking Services. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second?
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Motion is carried 7-0.
We just make sure that in the contract we get some bricks. Miss Pat's will want bricks. Just saying it now.
Okay, number 8. Arthomед Education Agreement, policy 6320. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the agreement between Taylor School District and Arthomed Education in order to provide education and be in compliance with special education students who are enrolled in the Taylor School District and in district legal opinion of agreement. Their motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Second. Second by Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Mrs.
Yes.
Mr. Wright. Yes. Number 9, healthcare therapy agreement policy. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the agreement between the Taylor School District. I'm just kidding. Hang on 1 second. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the agreement between the Taylor School District and healthcare therapy in order to provide education and consulting services and be in compliance with special education students who are enrolled in the Taylor School District and in district legal opinion of agreements. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there?
Second.
Yeah, Mrs.
Shufeldt.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas. Yes. Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries 7. Number 10, athletic trainer agreement policy 6320. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the agreement between the Taylor School District and physical therapy specialist to provide athletic trainer services to the district 2023. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second?
Second. Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith? Yes. Mrs. Shuba?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Bean?
Yes.
Motion is carried 7-0.
On to item number 8, we have our superintendent's report.
First update I want to give, and I was so glad to see the West Middle School students here today. I really appreciate them coming out. 3 of the students who did present for last night, Alexandra, Aiden, and Ryan, are all members of my superintendent's student advisory committee. And we had our second meeting towards the end of the month. And it's really been this great experience where it's good to get out and for myself to still connect with students and get a kind of an idea of pulse of what's going on in the school district from the student level. At our first meeting, we had narrowed down that we were willing, they wanted to look at 4 areas of focus that aligned with what the Board of Education's goals are for this year. And those were diving into student safety, diving into equity and inclusion, mental health supports, and communication. There are 4 areas that they want to focus on. So at the second meeting we just had, and one we'll have here in December, we've decided to kind of dive into those deeper, kind of get their ideas on what they truly mean when we're talking safety, or what we're truly meaning with what mental health supports they'd like to see in our schools. And then when we meet again in January, we're going to choose one of those areas, those 4 that we've gotten a little more in depth on, and they're going to start then creating an action plan that will help drive us towards our Board of Education goals that we have going on. So it'll be great to be able to report out in January exactly which of those they chose, and then we're going to start developing the project that they will put forward to begin to take a lead, to allow our students to have that voice and take a leadership role in what we do for students across the school district. One of the great things about it, I've really been trying to pair this at the same day that I do my coffee with the superintendents, because it really is that great day for me to be able to be out and to get perspectives from parents as well from that process. So far, we've been out to Taylor High School and Taylor Parks. We do have some coming up in the future, and I just encourage anybody in the community to, watch on Facebook, watch other forms of communication that we are putting out there to come and be part of those conversations. We've had really great things happening.
Moving on to item number 9, our consent agenda block.
Consent agenda, policy 166.1. Number 1, minutes from November 1st, 2023, regular board meeting. Number 2, minutes from November 15th, 2023, regular board meeting. Number 3, consolidated items, payment of current bills, certified, not certified, administrative reports. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a
Second.
second?
Yes.
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 Yes, Mr. Bean?
Yes.
And Mr.
Yes.
Motion carried 7.
Moving on to item number 10, items scheduled for the next agenda, Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. We have our good news, and we have our grand opening of the Board of Education. And that will be, You're not asking, there's 2 people right there. Well, that'll be going on from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then we'll lead into our Board of Education meeting from there. And it's going to be a great event. We have some amazing people working on the committee to make sure it goes off without a hitch. So I'm excited to see that play out and to also honor the hardworking people of this district that put their heart and soul into this building and making it beautiful. We'll be doing that as well. So, moving on to item number 11, public comments. Thank you to all those who could be with us tonight. We understand the importance of continuing to keep you informed and providing an opportunity for you to be heard. Public comment will begin with those in person and then move to our online audience. For those in person, please step up to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. After the in-person comment, our online audience will need to find the raise hand symbol for our moderator to recognize and unmute you. Please take into consideration common courtesy, refrain from any personal attacks, and please keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. We will provide and assist with timekeeping, so each guest will be able to monitor their own time and know when to conclude. So all who wish to speak will have an equal opportunity to do so. As a reminder, if there are any questions at this meeting or by some other avenue, Interim Superintendent Michael Wager or his designee will work on getting those answers in a timely manner. Do you have any in person?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. This is Caroline Pat, 6860 Jackson. Kyle, thank you for having my back. Because that would be one of the things I would recommend too, is to ask if we could get at least a few bricks. We don't have to have 300 bricks from Eureka Dale, but we would like to have a few, because I do have some from the old Racco Bartlett School, or Bartlett Racco, and also Monroe. So we do have some of those. And I just wanted to say thank you to, I know you're going to do this next meeting, but I just want to say kudos to the maintenance, especially Ken at the board office there, because he was a trooper all summer long when he was there without help, and he was doing what he could do and had to take all of my questions. I think he was afraid to say, oh, here she comes again, kind of thing. There was one other thing I was going to mention. We're going to be there also representing the museum. I was hoping to come tonight because I wanted to kind of take the board members through our museum and let them see that, but maybe I'll do that at the next meeting before it all starts, if everyone gets there beforehand. Oh man, there was one more thing I was going to say and I can't remember what it was. Oh, well. Oh, yes. And also talking about the bricks, but also the brass plaque. If there's a brass plaque inside of Eureka Dale, we would need that out too before it goes down. So
Jack
that
and
was
Patrick
it.
heard you.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, Patrick, thank you for getting the one out of the board office. I really, really appreciate that too. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Y'all have. Just. All right. Any other online? All right. Moving on to item number 12, adjournment to closed session. Spot.
Adjournment to closed session, followed by 137. Pursuant to Michigan's Open Meeting Act, and Public Act 267, 1976, as amended, I move the board convene in closed session pursuant to 8H, material exempt from disclosure by state or federal statute. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Myers, is there a second?
Second.
Is that Mrs. Schiffern?
No, it's okay. I know it's hard to. Yeah.
Mrs. Stein? Yes. Mrs. Schiffern?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. We are going into closed session.